Like the ants are climbing up these branches of this tree. That is the dish. Oh, it's working, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You see it?
I didn't get that visual before.
Welcome to Dinner Time Live, the recipes. Today we are making ants climbing a tree, a classic Sichuan dish that thankfully involves no insects, just delicious ground pork, spicy, savory, tingly vermicelli noodles, and some pickly bits. If you're looking to find out more about the dishes you see Dave Chang making every week on our live TV show, or you just want to find some impressive recipes you can cook for your friends and pass off as your own, you're in the right place. My name is Chris. This is Andrew, and we're making ants climbing a tree. So to start, you soaked some of these already.
I sure did.
This is mung bean vermicelli.
Yeah, they used to look like this.
They look like this. They come in like packets of 10.
Yeah, there's a lot.
More than you need in a sitting, but they're also dirt cheap. They just need a soak in here to soften, and as they cook and soak up more sauce, they'll get even
hot water or cold
softer.
water?
I went hot.
Yeah, and I think you're right.
It's the way to go, right?
Yep.
Or as hot as your tap is, basically, I think is all you want to do.
Hot tap water. I think it was like 20 minutes we soaked them for.
Yeah, and then they're not yet what
delicious.
You want to eat. It's not yet. So we're gonna do this the way that Dave did it, and I actually don't make this dish at home or anything. They just wheeled me in here as the token Chinese guy to talk about this dish. And because like so much stuff on Dinner Time Live is about doing things quickly as it is at home, you wouldn't normally necessarily, you could mince the garlic and then saute. You could mince the ginger and saute it. But Dave just put all of the aromatics into like one big sauce. So it was like 6 cloves of garlic, 2 big heaping tablespoons of doubanjiang. And this is pretty central to a lot of Sichuan dishes. This is the fermented chili bean paste that you'll see just like aging in cement barrels outside in certain parts of Sichuan province. And then a little Shaoxing wine, which just smells like sherry. If you don't have, you know what's funny is I was about to be like, if you don't have Shaoxing wine, just substitute sherry. If you don't have Shaoxing wine, you probably don't have sherry either. So I don't know. This also is like $1.10. Little knob of ginger. Make sure you leave on just a tiny bit of skin.
That's the good
there.
part, yeah.
We'll throw some Sichuan peppercorn in there. How many? Two little pinchers?
Yeah.
And then what, soy?
Was there any water?
Yeah, he did some water for sure. All right, good watery, nice and watery. I saw him put a decent amount of sugar. I don't think you need a ton of MSG given like how much umami is going into this thing, or a ton of salt given that there's soy sauce and that doubanjiang is really salty, but we can adjust after we spin this. So Andrew, do you want to talk about the history and why this dish is called ants climbing a tree?
Sure, I'd love to. So what I found out is like each of the kind of ingredients represent part of this whole story. The ants are represented by the little flecks of ground pork. The noodles represent the branches or the limbs of the tree. And then there's also going to be scallions that are going in, or green onions. And those represent the leaves of the tree.
Little leaves, right?
So it's the little flecks of pork climbing up around the noodles.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I just felt like, I mean, you taste it. I felt like it just needed a little more sugar, a little more salt, and also I found a bunch of unblended chunks of ginger in there. So I wanted to smooth it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little more sugar, a little sweetness.
A little more sugar.
And you didn't add any salt to that, huh?
I added a tiny bit of salt.
Yeah, definitely
like-
more.
Yeah, so this dish in Chinese is called Shang Shu, which is just ants climbing a tree. I just feel like my people are so good with these, like, Dave calls them culinary onomatopoeia. I don't call them that because that makes no sense whatsoever.
Metaphors.
Visual metaphors.
What made us decide to do this dish in the first place?
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Where did the idea come from?
This is a great question. What's funny about this, really, is that you and Dave had already started working on some dishes and a menu that was like more or less inspired by restaurants like Hillstone or Houston's or I'm gonna say Cheesecake, but like the casual
American chains?
upscale modern restaurant. Because Adam Scott, our guest, said, "Oh, I really like burgers and French dips and pizza and you know, just like all that stuff, but made by like a fancy person. And so it was just like this kind of Americana thing. And Ken Marino, our other guest, was like, I love the food of New Orleans. So we had all these things sort of set. And obviously, like, the first thing you think when you're like, then why are you making ants climbing a tree, a Sichuan dish? We got on this call, and what are you slicing there?
Pickled mustard greens.
Pickled mustard greens.
Oh, boy.
Another modern American upscale classic, pickled mustard greens. Go to your local cheesecake factory and ask for the pickled mustard green cheesecake. No, so then, like, we get on this call with Adam Scott. We do these pre-calls to just sort of really dive in and confirm. And in addition to saying he wants French dips and all this stuff, he goes, he really loves ants on a log. Like, I guess is what he eats on set. He thinks it's a great source of protein or whatever. Little did he know, this is Dave's least favorite. Ants on a log is, I'm just gonna season this with a little salt. Least favorite thing in the world is ants on a log. Because he just thinks this combination makes no sense whatsoever.
I think that's a lot of people's least favorite dish in the world. It's very polarizing. Some people, you either love it or hate it, right?
But ants on a log, obviously another visual metaphor, culinary onomatopoeia dish involving ants. In that case, the little turds, raisins are the ants. They're climbing this brown log of peanut butter. Turds. And we decided, so the reason we started making this dish is just like, Dave just wanted to troll Adam and be like, oh, you want an ants dish, do you?
There's a better one.
Here's a better one.
And who wouldn't rather have their ants represented by pork instead of raisins?
I know,
right?
my God, raisins.
I've never liked raisins even since I was a kid, I think.
I'll tell you this, smells awesome.
Yeah. That sauce is very pungent when you taste it by itself.
But it's got a lot of this to cover.
Yeah. Those noodles are going to soak up quite a bit of it.
We hope. In the show, we had some debate over which noodles to use. And Dave actually opted to use
The Korean
Korean japchae, sweet potato, thicker noodles. Because we all feared this. Go for it, yeah. We all feared this wasn't gonna. Let me give me a little water. Thick, like these noodles were not the right noodles. But I think we're gonna be okay. So at this point, let's also throw in pickled mustard greens.
Yeah, probably about
Half of this.
half.
Couple.
Did you add any of the chili yet?
I did not add the chili. So this is,
Thai bird.
God, man, like 6-8 months ago, Dave fermented a bunch of Thai bird chilies, which is just like the gift that keeps on giving. He just literally salted and added some sugar to them, maybe like 2 or 3% by weight salt, and then just let them ferment. If Dave didn't make pickled Thai bird chilies for you at home, a very adequate substitute might be
Pickled jalapeno from the store.
big old jalapeno from the store.
Right out of the jar, just chop them up a little bit. Boom.
All right, so that's it. That was, like, these noodles have softened a ton. It is spicier than the one Dave made.
Is it?
Not gonna lie. Look at these adorable leaves you've made here.
Just the leaves on the branches. Ooh.
So this is the image that is supposed to evoke ants climbing a tree. Is like, if you see these little ants, like the ants are climbing up these branches of this tree. That is the dish. Oh, it's working,
Yeah.
right?
I see. Yeah.
You see it?
I didn't
that?
get that visual before. How long do you think whoever came up with that idea? How long did they sit and stare at this before they came across that? Like, you know what this looks like?
To me, it's the same thing as people who first saw like constellations
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the sky, but they were like high on boredom. Like, you
That's
know
what I was
I
just gonna
mean?
say.
Like, they weren't even stoned. They were just like so bored that they were like, I think I'm seeing ants climbing a tree, man.
Before everyone had a computer in their pocket.
I know, before the thumb library. But I'm proud of that. Look at that. It looks like ants climbing this tree. So that is the dish. It took all of 15 minutes for us jokers to do, start to finish.
Good. Not too spicy.
It's not too spicy. That's pretty good.
Not pre-noodle and post-noodle sauce is a very different flavor.
Right.
You got to make sure that sauce is very pungent, very intense before you.
That's like a big mass of branches that you got to season. So you could do this slightly less spicy for kiddos. I might actually want more pickled mustard green in it. Yeah. I wouldn't mind some more literal leaves in there. Yeah, there you have it. This is ants climbing a tree, more or less as Dave did it on Dinner Time Live with Ken Marino and Adam Scott. But yeah, super easy, pretty impressive. And you can go ahead and tell your friends that you came up with this name. You were sitting there pondering the universe one day and decided this looked like ants climbing a tree.
Instead of on your couch on the thumb library.
We're going to keep on making your favorite recipes from Dinner Time Live. Why don't you stick around the channel, poke around a little bit, see some other stuff. Andrew made a bunch of cool things, and I just came in and ate them.